Thank you so much, Dana, for choosing this game. Alpha 5 for blowing it up and doing pretty dang well today. Let's go ahead and do the reveal then. We do have 3 matches coming up, and I'll let you two go ahead and take off. Take care, Alpha 5, Dana.
All right.
Yeah.
You're welcome, and I'm also sorry.
Yeah, thanks. It's been fun. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. All right. Time to reveal, because we've got Tristan. At least I think it's Tristan who's doing it. Let me see if Tristan actually hops in to get ready to commentate. That would be great if I actually had this right. Hello, Tristan.
Hey there.
Hey, you ready for a game?
Yeah. We're not gonna really have a game, though.
Wait, we're not gonna have a game?
I'd say it's more of an advertisement.
Oh, I love ads. Okay, what's it an advertisement for?
Instant noodles.
Oh, I love noodles. Of course, every game is, in a way, an advertisement for noodles, okay?
Yeah, so, I mean, we've got a couple people in chat already calling it out. It's gonna be, Final Fantasy 15... No.
No, UFO... I don't know what this is. I revealed that just as you said. He looks so happy. Aw, he's gonna give all of us noodles, okay? Everybody, get hungry and get excited for this, because we've got noodle time coming up in just a bit. Is this a platformer?
This is a beat-em-up.
Okay.
Beat-em-up starring a guy who wears a bowl of instant yakisoba on his head.
I mean, I can't fault him. That's stylish.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're a college-educated individual, I believe. Did you ever go in hard on the ramen when you were going through the education?
You know what? I never did. I'm
really,
gonna be honest there.
That's like a rite of passage.
No, I was adamant that I was not going to die of malnutrition. Now I'm anemic, but, you know, that's besides the point. I'm not gonna die of malnutrition, so I ate, like, hot dogs instead. Like, dollar hot dogs. That was...
Yeah, so my dorm block used to do what ended up being called college spaghetti, where you got like 5 of the bricks of ramen and then ketchup, and then fed like 8 people. Really bad pasta analog for like $2.
Oh, that sounds terrible. No,
it was.
No, that's bad. I don't like it, Tristan. Get out of here with your evil ramen.
Well, I mean, you know, at the time it was like that or nothing, because I had $4 to my name because I was paying for college.
I mean, yeah, college can be really rough, especially when, you know, I don't know, everybody who goes to college has some sort of difficulty, so I completely understand that. There were times that I just didn't eat, though, because, yay, college.
Yep.
I lost so much weight my first year.
I gained like 10 pounds and then my meal plan ran out.
I lost like 30. Because, yeah, I just didn't have food. It wasn't the best, okay? So my recommendation is to get food and make sure that you are able to eat all right. Full recommendation there.
Good idea. And I mean, we have yakisoba today, I guess.
Well, I love yakisoba, and actually, Justin likes to make yakisoba every once in a while, and homemade yakisoba is delicious. By the way, I want to give a shout out. I know that we had quite a few people who resubbed during the last match. Gustian. We also had Logstar. I don't know how to say your name. Starts with Log. Log person. Sharblin also subscribed. I think that was for the first time. Thank you. And Yurma the Fool. Author Blues subscribed, of course. And Jigge gave some hosts. Thank you, everybody who's hosting, who's subscribing, Glitchwitch, Stream Hatman. I don't know. There are too many people to read right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. You know what? Oh, who's doing the audio for us, if I may ask?
Glitchwitch is going to do audio.
Oh, perfect. That means that I literally have to do nothing because I already have it set up that way. Tristan, thank you for reading my mind.
Yeah, I even knew ahead of time what position you were going to put her in, so hey, that worked out pretty well.
Nice. Alright, it is time for me to test audio and make sure everything sounds oh so glorious. It sounds pretty good. By the way, what system is this on?
This is on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom.
Famicom's just another word for Nintendo.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes.
Okay, I kind of dig the music here.
Oh, the music's really strong in this. This is a pretty kind pick as compared to what I did last time, but I felt like bringing the really weird today.
Okay, sweet. I am all down for really weird. Let's see. Hey, everybody, if you have teapots or ramen or princesses that you can spam in chat, what else could they spam?
That's a good intersection of what's around here. I guess beat 'em up things and ramen and noodles of any kind.
Oh yeah, punchies. Eggs going ramen. Go spam this. Spam whatever you want because we need emotes. I'm doing the countdown in Discord and we are just about ready to go. Oh boy, I see all the eggs showing up. I like it. And as soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. We've got 1 hour to see who makes the most progress. Okay, don't put mice in your ramen. That's my recommendation.
No, that's not a good plan. Unless you're a snake, then maybe it's okay.
And here we go. Beat 'em up time. Oh, I'm excited.
So yeah, pretty much every track in this game is a banger, I think. So just enjoying the music is kind of valid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back here a little bit and listen to it. It sounds good, and it seems like the gameplay is fairly straightforward at this point. Everybody just running around, punching people. So since this is a Japanese title, I didn't really have a manual available to give out. The only hint I really gave the racers is there's a couple of attacks that aren't immediately obvious, and they should experiment to try to find them. Okay.
Yeah. So one of the more interesting ones I hope that we will see a couple of the racers latch onto is if you hold the punch button instead of just mashing it, you can actually pull out a squirt bottle of soy sauce and spray it at people.
You can spray soy sauce? Aw. Who did it?
Glitchwitch did it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what that giant meter in your UI is your, like, soy sauce power.
I love it. Soy sauce power. Yeah, so what other mechanics do we have going into this beat 'em up? Because I'm guessing it isn't just a traditional beat 'em up. There's some weird stuff.
There's a couple of strange things. Like I said, I mostly picked it to be weird today. I guess kind of in penance for making people play a bootleg of a RoboCop bootleg last time.
Yeah, that was evil. Everybody is onto the trash can screen right now.
Right.
And it looks like we have some spinning Blanca, or no, it's some dragon.
Yeah, that's just kind of a dragon thing, I think. The general mechanics / controls of it is you actually have two supers in this, and they're bound to L and R. And
Okay.
one of them is throwing like nori at people to paralyze them, and the other one is a bomb of like tonkatsu.
What did... It looks like Tapioca has a unicycle.
Yes, that is the invincibility. That's kind of like the bomb pizza in Turtles Beat 'em Up.
Okay. Ride around and kill everybody. It's great.
Yep, and a lot of the actual menaces in this are tea kettle, like, you know, water kettle themed, because how do you prepare instant noodles, you know? You boil water in a kettle.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, so this is actually part of an ad campaign that ran for about a year and a half for, you know, the Nissan UFO instant noodles. It didn't last very long, especially not this character. He didn't last very long. So this is very much a product of a very specific sliver of time.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think Tapioca, by the way, is currently in the lead, moving on to the third screen that I've seen so far. How long is this game?
This game is 5 stages, and each stage is a series of screens and then a boss, and then you have a very clear interlude in the form of a little cutscene that expounds on the lore, which, since I don't read Japanese, I kind of had to trust Giant Bomb for the lore.
Ah. What is the lore?
Essentially, the guy with the instant noodles on his head was about to marry a princess, and this evil guy who thinks he's a tea kettle decided to kidnap her because he wants to marry her himself, and also he wants to destroy the concept of instant noodles because he wants to eat things with a fork and not chopsticks.
You can eat noodles with a fork, you moron? Oh my gosh, he's ruining life just because he's dumb.
Yeah, he's essentially angry because he misunderstands noodles. And yes, he's known as the Kettler.
The Kettler?
The Kettler.
I love it.
So the beginning of the game just has these dudes in suits who remind me of the guys at the very beginning of Bebe's Kids, but as you move further into it, you get more thematic enemies that will hopefully be interesting and amusing to behold.
Yeah, this at least is already more enjoyable than Bebe's Kids. I gotta be honest.
Well, good. That's a very high bar to cross, I'm sure. I think.
No, I don't know. I just really dislike Bebe's Kids. And for some reason, there are some people who get really excited over the game, and I'm like, I don't understand the hype. You two people in the known universe, why are you so excited about this?
So I played that when I was about 9 or 10, and the only thing I remember is beholding with like a shocked expression, oh, this is a game about beating up Bill Clinton, because the guards at the very beginning look like Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah! Yeah, you're right. That was definitely on purpose, for sure.
I don't know about that. What was my last pick? My last pick was Gungchaw RoboCop, a Korean bootleg of RoboCop 2 for the Sega Master System.
By the way, could mods do a quick change for the title and the game? That would be extremely helpful. I don't know if the game's listed on Twitch. If it's not, we can go retro. Cause
I'm seeing that was already done.
Really? I refreshed. And it doesn't show it. Never mind. Just don't... Whatever.
Oh, the title hasn't been updated.
Ah, it's still super cold. See? I knew I wasn't absolutely delusional today. Just
today,
mildly. Huh? Yeah. It looks like Arborelia is falling behind just a little bit, but at the same time, this game seems to be fairly straightforward at this point. All it does is getting the hang of solid execution in order to get through these stages and catch up with the others.
Yeah, pretty much. It's weird, and it's not a platformer, and that was kind of enough for me to put it in. To go over quickly, something that's going to very soon become relevant, by the way, Health is indicated by the circular gauge in the bottom left, and your lives count as the number of stars across the top of the HUD. And each racer gets a single continue, and then on the second game over, they have to reset.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is how the game is configured.
Okay, it looks like Lich Witch was using some of the soy sauce here. Yeah, I'm a little worried that we're going to see some game overs fairly soon.
Yeah, so I can tell you right now that Kyon has no lives left, so we're gonna see a continue soon from that.
Kyon just did a strange attack where I think he posed and looked beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the Aonori attack where you throw seaweed at your enemy to stun them.
Oh, cool.
So
Now,
on the very bottom, you have two indicators. You have, for example, on Glitch Witch's screen, you have 2 Aonori and 2 Tonkatsu bombs.
okay.
Oh, a little bit of flashing there. I did not realize that. But this is how Yakisoban deals with his enemies. He throws noodles at them.
We should have just give a warning. Should just give a warning. Whenever it's Tristan, there's going to be flashing somewhere.
It's not just me.
It's 98% you. Oh. Okay. It looks like Lich Witch, Kyon, and Tapioca have finished the first boss. Can you get extra lives in this game, by the way? It looks like Lich Witch did.
And I believe you also get... Yeah, that's going to be from score. I believe you get one at 50,000.
Okay.
Yeah, because Kyon did not get one, so I'm pretty sure it's at 50,000. And I do know there are some pickups that are 1-ups as well.
Okay,
so
Glitch Witch is... Oh yeah, go ahead.
Level 2 is rolling into a diner that is definitely not Denny's, it's Davies.
Yay, Davies! You know what? Daydream and Davy just had to actually get a real life after finishing elementary school. So, opening up a diner was a good choice. Good job, Davy.
You know, it's a lot better than just daydreaming all day, because unfortunately that doesn't really pay the bill.
Unless you're an inventor, then it really pays the bills. But no, unfortunately Davy wasn't that bright, so he decided to go into the food industry. I'm not saying that unintelligent people go into the food industry, I'm just saying that Davy decided to, and his diner is kind of crap.
Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention is the timer on every stage is 3 minutes, because that's how long it takes water in a kettle to boil.
3 minutes? I love it. Wait, so if the water boils, you die? Or do you just become...
apparently.
Okay. By the way, I've worked in the food industry. I can make fun of it a little bit.
How accurate is what you're seeing on Glitch Witch's screen to the food industry?
You know, I usually was the person behind the counter just watching people die. So, it got kind of bloody every once in a while. Had to watch out.
Okay, let me just take something down here. Note to self, do not eat at Brosentia's.
Okay, I don't own a diner, and I don't work in the food industry now, so...
Even more reason not to eat at a diner called Brosentia's, because it ain't yours, and what the heck happened?
Somebody's stealing my name! That's identity theft, opening a diner in my name. Wow. Now I'm just imagining somebody opening, like, a diner named Ninja or PewDiePie or something like that. Can you... Like, I'm wondering... I wonder if there's some foreign country that you know, not English speaking, that they named their cafe PewDiePie because they're like, this is gonna be good. I lived in Brazil for a while, and, you know, they stole IPs all the time. You know, I saw bars that had Mickey and Bugs Bunny painted on the outside, and I'm like, I don't think you're getting the right message across here.
I'm a fan of, there's a story that Macaw tells sometime of a Japanese restaurant near where he lived that is just called Nobunaga's, and its branding is straight up stolen from Dynasty Warriors.
Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have to see if I can find the picture. There was this one person I knew in Brazil whose house was essentially painted with all sorts of anime characters. The outside, it was colorful, definitely not what you would expect from a house, at least here in the US. Even there, it was a little bit strange, but amazing. I don't know, when you have stucco, the less it looks like stucco, the better, is my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so painting anime all over your stucco is a good way to conceal the fact that it's stucco. Oh yeah! I also remember a Scooby-Doo bar. There were a lot of stolen things there. It was great.
So it looks like we still have 3 of our racers neck and neck. The place I'm expecting to see some divergence is who ends up taking their one continue/game over first.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna put somebody... I don't know, it'll set them back quite a bit, but at the same time they'll have the chance of getting caught back up pretty quickly. Honestly, I think taking a game over early on is a good idea.
Yeah, once you have an idea of how things work, because this is one of those games where if you go all in on your first attempt, you may end up with hitting your reset at like the 35-minute mark, and then where are you then, right?
Yeah, you might not be able to catch up to where you were before. Have a good, at least decent first attempt to get the feeling for the mechanics in this game. At the same time, if you can continue on without using any continues, then that's probably the best. Oh no, we've got a food fight on Glitch Witch's screen. Yeah, Liz, I wonder if Glitch Witch is having any fun. It's a beat 'em up, they're never good. Oh, hot takes. We've got hot takes in Twitch chat right now. But I don't know. My only complaint about beat 'em ups is that oftentimes they get pretty samey pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it's definitely a concern. I felt this one may offer some unique enough set pieces to at least give us something to talk about.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoy that enough. Like, I'm thinking Bebe's Kids was just not enjoyable, and I think that the fact that most of the stages had the same enemies over and over again made it very unenjoyable. But this, we're fighting a spork monster.
Yeah, so this is part of the whole thing about you never eat instant noodles with a fork. The boss of level 2 is a fork monster.
Oh boy. No, you can eat it with a fork. It's fine. I'm not gonna judge you.
Kamen Yakisoban will.
Well, he's dumb. That's why nobody eats his noodles.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Seriously, judging people for using a fork.
Cadus, at the moment, the two individuals with the gray floor are fighting the boss of Stage 2, and the red floor is Stage 2 itself.
I really enjoy the speed of this boss, mostly because it changes up the typical action that we've been seeing so far in this. It's fun. Glitch Witch beating the boss and moving on to, it looks like Stage 3. Attack with the ramen!
I just realized that when he does the ramen pose, the glowing comes from somewhere I did not expect.
Uh-oh. I didn't look, but I'll watch for the next time. I don't think I should ask either.
Probably not.
Oh my gosh, Tristan. Okay, Glitch Witch moving on to Stage 3.
It's probably his belt buckle, yes.
It's probably the belt buckle, yeah. Okay, we are in a construction zone. You know, I'm surprised we don't have a sewer level already. Is there a sewer level?
No, why would you
Yes!
put your instant noodles in a sewer?
I don't
That's
know.
gross.
But I wouldn't have been surprised because all video games apparently just like sewers. They're like... But yeah, it's probably a good thing that they don't advertise their noodles going through sewers.
Yeah, I don't think the 5 minute... No, I don't think the 5-second rule applies to sewers.
That's a sentence I'm never saying again.
So yeah, of course you go through a construction site because instant noodles are portable and ready to cook anywhere.
Okay. I don't like these. Why are you fighting noodles? Or are those French fries?
I think they're French fries.
I think you're right. Maybe the other types of food are angry that you are so awesome. So they're trying to murder you. Oh, they could be shooting chopsticks. But aren't chopsticks your friend? I'm very confused about the lore.
It's supposed to be A-okay here. It's the forks you're supposed to hate.
Also,
yeah, I think they're French fries, you know, the whole don't eat fast food, eat our crappy noodles instead kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Arborelia took a full game over in a reset.
But still, I think that having an early reset means that she has a pretty good chance of getting caught back up. Definitely not impossible.
Yeah, a reset at 20 minutes is not bad. It's not going to, I don't think, really damage one's ability to get caught back up.
Oh yeah. I'm enjoying this. This is being a blast. No, it is a sewer! Tristan, you lied! They're literally in a sewer right now. How can you lie? Oh my gosh.
This isn't a sewer, it's a subway.
It's a subway? Yeah, a subway full of poop. That's what a sewer is, after all. It's just that people aren't traveling through the sewer. Okay, anyway. Oh my gosh, yeah, there are more chopstick enemies. I'm getting really confused about the types of chopsticks in this world, because there are the big ones, the small ones. Are there, like, giant chopsticks as well in this universe?
Oh, absolutely.
Red Queen, I'm not being rude, I'm just speaking the truth. I hate sewer levels.
It's the Brown Line subway.
Oh my gosh! Tristan! Oh. Okay. Well, what other video game tropes have we not seen? We haven't seen an elevator yet, and those always show up in beat-em-ups at some point.
Yeah, I can't guarantee there's not an elevator.
Okay, so there may be an elevator. What else? What other... Chat, please help me. I need to know what other video games beat-em-up stereotypes are we expecting. I haven't seen
we
any
managed
crates.
to avoid crates.
That's odd. Is there going to be an auto-scroller?
I don't believe there's an auto-scroller, no.
Yeah, I can see the beat-em-up getting away without one of those.
Alright, so Tapioca has splashed down into the subway sewer thing. Why is there a dog running around in here?
Oh, apparently they're toothpick men. Dog in the sewer? I don't know. I imagine most dogs would like to visit the sewer at least once in their life.
This is also really triumphant music to be playing in a sewer.
It's such good sewer music. I would take...
like, yay, you're in a sewer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and see if I can find any of this game's music. Somebody remind me later, find the weird ramen man's music on YouTube. Oh, it looks like Glitch Witch is out of the sewer and onto more of the construction site. You know, at least they have safety precautions. They've got helmets, they've got barriers set up.
They have an open manhole.
Open manhole. Well, you're not even supposed to be here. But at least they're like, well, you didn't die, so that's good. You know. That's why they have the med station right next to it. Oh no, there's a guy sleeping on the job! Wow, Glitch Witch. Maybe you should go fight him. Okay.
You know what? He's using his union-allocated break. It's fine.
You know, I can't tell you how many times I slept on breaks for certain jobs, especially like Walmart. But
I love the unicycle.
The unicycle's too good. So why does everybody freeze when you throw seaweed at them?
You know, that's a good question. Maybe they've never had it before and they have to stop and think about if they'd actually like it. And then while they're thinking about that, you just walk up and punch them in the face.
That sounds about right. By the way, Glitch Witch did get a barrel, which is one of those mandated things in beat-em-ups.
Oh, absolutely. There's gotta be barrels. So she's managed to ride this wave of she'll fall down to, you know, her last life and then get a 1-up either through a pickup or through score, and it's really suiting her well. She's getting pretty far into the game. I expected at least one game over from everyone earlier on as they got used to the controls.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been too surprised, but Glitch Witch is just nailing this.
Yeah, and she also just picked up the 150k 1-up, and it looks like Tapioca took a game over and a reset.
Wait, is this one of the hot warning signs? Like, that's a Steam symbol, isn't it? That Glitch Witch is fighting. Yeah, it's a Steam ghost.
Yep.
I like it. Oh, hot spring symbol. Yeah.
So Glitch Witch has found a strategy here of just rolling in and kicking the ghost off screen. Valid.
I think it's a good strategy. Yeah, get on the other side so that you can kick faster. I love that the ghost has to wait for its hands to come back.
Well, it's like Plock, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's meal attack. Yeah, the Steam Ghost is dead. Wow.
And the only thing to replace it is the Epic Game Store.
You know, at this rate, I think it's possible that Glitchwitch could finish the game.
I'm not surprised. She does that.
Glitchwitch!
I mean, we remember the tiebreaker from Kusogr4nde 3, where I spent the entire match saying no one was going to finish this, and then Glitchwitch finished it in like 45 minutes, right?
Yeah! I mean, it happens. Tapioca, by the way, is back to the first stage. This means that Keon is essentially in second behind Glitchwitch. But Keon has used a continue, Glitchwitch has not. Oh, clowns! Why did it have to be clowns? Of course there's a theme park. Of course there are clowns, because everybody likes to murder clowns. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like if I got one free punch in my life where I had no consequences come from it, I would probably choose the clown as my first target.
You know, this actually came up in a Fibbage game recently, and I actually had an immediate answer for who I would use mine on.
Was it clowns?
No, it was political.
Oh,
so we
okay.
won't go there.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, in Brazil, there is a clown who became a senator.
I mean, we have Jesse Ventura.
Oh my gosh! Well, he even wore, like, his costume in the Senate, I believe. At least his colorful clothes, it was great. Like, there's a reason I love Brazil. You know, these clowns need to weigh off the soy sauce.
You know, I just assumed that, like, due to the way they, like, bounce and flex and stuff, that their costumes are just like balloons or something. I don't know.
They probably are, I guess. Hey, it looks like Keon is moving on to stage 4 as well.
Yes, indeed. So, I mean, you gotta have clowns, because what goes with Yakisoba better than circus music and clowns in amusement parks?
Joy. That would go better.
So yeah, one thing of note is that somewhere in here, I believe in the transition between stages 3 and 4, Yakisoban Man actually levels up and becomes the Great Yakisoban, or Yakisoban Great.
Ooh. Oh, I like it.
And it doesn't manifest as much, except a little bit of additional range on, like, the soy sauce gun.
Okay, that's fair enough. Oh, of course we have a haunted house area in this game. Why wouldn't we? See, we gotta get all the beat-em-up stereotypes in.
Well, I mean, it's a Japanese game, and I think if you're gonna have the horror trope, there's some really fertile ground to draw from in Japanese lore for, like, horror stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in the background there on Glitch's screen, you see the fake Yakisoban that Kettler has hired to impersonate Yakisoban. That's apparently the lore.
Hire an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be spreading anti-noodle propaganda.
He'll actually show up as an actual enemy, and you can see his costume and stuff later. Spoilers.
Oh, I'm so sad that you just spoiled me on that. Of course you have a mirror battle. It's a beat-em-up. Tristan. Here's the deal. I actually really approve of satire, basically taking a genre and just cramming all of the stereotypes in as much as possible. And it seems like that's a little bit of what this is. Having a noodle hero is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's a product placement game. It's going to be a little tongue-in-cheek about a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, you have to have fun.
Yeah, unfortunately Arborelia took another game over just now.
No, Arborelia. That's really early on. Wow. Killen, by the way, is right behind Glitchwitch. I feel like I'm a little bit worried that Keon could take another game over and end up going to the beginning of the game. But if not, then maybe it doesn't even matter. Glitchwitch definitely has the advantage right now.
Yeah, if you can just keep yourself stable enough and keep the score coming, the 1-ups are pretty plentiful, as we've seen from Glitchwitch's performance. So it would not shock me if Keon just, doesn't take that second game up.
Keon did take a death right there. 2 lives left at this point. Just gotta make sure that you get some 1-ups and don't take too much damage. I think the biggest thing is don't let enemies sneak up behind you. As long as you can avoid that, you can usually avoid taking too much damage.
Yep. The combat AI on these enemies, especially the common thugs here, is not super complicated or special. It's mostly just attrition and things sneaking in and hitting you.
No, Justin's beating me up now. Ow! Stop it! Ah! No, my chair's sinking now! Ah, what have you done? Tristan, help! Help! Oh my gosh, I'm not even a noodle man.
Can we get an F in chat for Rosencha as it slowly sinks out of the
I have literally just died. Yeah.
See, I'm helping.
Oh no.
Once again, we have lost Brasintia. He's been beaten down by Justin. I will once again be taking over Kusogr4nde.
Wait, you said F for finally? Red Queen. I am so angry.
You're not allowed to have anger. You're dead. You're gone.
Whatever. My ghost is gonna come and possess you and probably accidentally spend a little bit too much money at a store. So there.
Will at least be interesting stuff?
Yeah, it'll be okay. But you'll be mildly financially inconvenienced for the next month.
So, here we have Glitchwitch on a television set fighting the evil, fake Yakisoban clone.
Oh no! Not the mirror match.
So, one of the things that's not super clear from the sprites is that the evil clone actually has on their chest USO instead of UFO.
USO?
Yeah, which according to Giant Bomb means liar.
Wait, it means liar?
Yeah.
Davy's a liar! Holy freaking crap. I don't like Davy now. What a jerk. Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting freeze frame on Glitchwitch's screen.
I missed it. I looked away because Justin was making jokes.
So she Nori bombed while the enemy Yakisoban was in the middle of doing a diving headbutt.
Ooh.
And there's meal attack number 4.
Heck yeah. You know what, Tristan? I need to step away for just about a minute. I will be right back.
Alright. Good luck.
Oh, thanks.
See, I have indeed taken over Kusogr4nde. So Glitchwitch is moving on to level 5, which I am pretty sure is the final level in the game at 36 minutes. Oh, she does this. back in Kusogr4nde 3, we had dedicated racer to GM groupings, so I picked like 7 games for her, and she always just exceeded my expectations. There's a reason why she got into final brackets. I will, however, say that she liked every game I gave her in Kusogr4nde 3, so I'm a little happy to have given her one she does not like, finally. I know her weakness now. And yeah, she's got 4 lives. I think she's gonna finish this game. I don't think she liked Bubble Trouble, actually, now that you mention that, so... But that's everyone's weakness. I may be the only person on the planet that likes Bubble Trouble. We see Kyon on the mirror match. Well, I mean, that was not a complicated Lewis script. All that did was poke at, well, to peek at one memory address and display it on the screen so we could tell what each racer's score was. But yeah, the lore for this run's pretty deep. The funny thing is that even though Yakisoban didn't make it much past 1995 as a mascot, Kettler showed up pretty commonly after that, among other characters from this thing. It was only really Yakisoban who got bumped. Stage 5, by the way, is a TV studio. You do kind of have your boss fight of 4 as Kyon takes it down on a TV stage, and then you move through the rest of the studio for stage 5.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah. So how are things going so far? Glitch Witch is at the TV station?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, news anchors need lunch too, and that's a perfect opportunity for noodles.
Well, good. You know, don't you want to be nice to the TV company, make sure they're advertising your product? I don't know.
Glitch Witch is about to run out of time.
Uh-oh. Oh, luckily Glitch Witch made it through.
Yep, it did cost her a life. When you run out of time, you lose a life.
Oh,
no.
no.
She had 4 of them. It's fine.
Yeah, not a huge deal.
You just gotta put another kettle of water on. It'll be fine.
Yeah, like... I mean, unless your kettle's made of wood, then your kettle burns up because guess what? The water's gone. But if your kettle is made out of wood, you probably have bigger problems. Like having a brain.
I have heard that having a brain is a pretty big problem, yes.
It's bad. If you don't have a brain, that is bad to hear. You can boil water in a paper cup. I've done that before. Yeah. Especially if you're camping, okay? What you can do is you take a paper cup, just fill it up as high as you can in water, put it in the fire, and then let it sit there until the water is boiling. Because of the water, it'll keep the paper cool enough that it won't catch on fire. Then you reach into the fire and pull the cup out, and then you go put some cream on your hand because you've got a lot of burns at this point. Okay, spread it all over, maybe get some bandages. And then you go to the hospital, and when you get back, your water's cool enough that you can use it.
That was a journey.
Well, I'm just giving you recommendations, y'all.
So, for some reason, inside the TV studio, you still have clowns.
Why are there clowns? Oh my gosh. I hate him. I hate him. Yeah, this TV studio needs to burn to the ground.
Oh yeah, that's something that happened while you were gone. We're starting a second tournament and calling it Kusogr4nde.
What? Just full of lies?
I think I would be the perfect host for a tournament of bad games that's just full of lies.
It's just lies. All of them would be like text adventures. Because
I figured they'd be games about soap.
Oh, soap?
Yeah, you said it was full of lie.
Oh my gosh. I'm so done. Oh boy, okay, it looks like everything is getting sorted out for the next match coming up after this. Tapioca just killed the Fork boss. I'm a little bit worried about Arborelia at this point. I don't know if Arborelia can move out of 4th. But Tapioca could potentially make a comeback out of 3rd. Kettler in 2nd, Glitchwitch in 1st. I don't know. Like, Kettler is taking a good amount of damage at this point. Another few deaths and he would have to start the game all the way over.
He is about to pick up another life, though. Every 50,000.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know. He could potentially finish the game as well. Oh, there's a death. But that's okay. With death, especially when Ramen dies, comes new life.
How does Ramen die?
Well, apparently you punch it a bunch. Especially if you're a clown, you can kill Ramen. Hey, Glitchwitch is on set. Be sure to say hi to your mom on the camera. She's there watching. I assume, as a ramen dude, you have a mother who really cares about your hobbies.
Well, I mean, she's supportive at least, you know, when someone walks up to her and asks, how do you feel about your son who runs around pretending to be a bowl of, you know, noodles, bowl of ramen? She replies, hey, he's a good egg.
Oh, yeah. On her bad days, though, she might just ignore you. Only I'm gonna laugh at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It is. Right, oh no, he's got a fork! Oh no.
Yep.
Punch
So this
Kettler.
is indeed the Kettler here.
Wow. Yeah, Kettler is not very far behind. If Glitchwitch has everything go wrong, which I don't think she's going to, but if, in theory, it happened, Kettler could manage to pass where Glitchwitch is right now. But I don't know, she's just been showing so much skill in figuring out how to get through this game.
She very quickly figured out the best thing to do was just save the Nori stun for bosses. Because they work on bosses, of course they do. And, you know, you gotta dodge the kettles.
Meal attack! Is that a clear?
I do believe that is a clear.
Let's watch for the credits. Oh, the Kettler is caught. Yeah, it looks like it is a 1cc clear, if we're not mistaken. Wow. Absolutely amazing Glitchwitch. Fantastic job here. It looks like UFO Man is just off enjoying his life as a UFO noodle mascot. And now it's marriage time? Do we get a marriage? Tristan,
Well, yeah,
I
the
always
entire
cry at
plot.
marriages.
Even if it's between a princess and a bowl of yakisoba.
It's so precious. Oh. But unfortunately, the villains weren't allowed to attend. That's so sad.
The truly sad thing is the marriage only lasts about 2 weeks, after which she eats him.
Yeah, I can't blame her. Well, everybody, that is our first clear. Kyon may be able to get another clear as well, and then it's a fight between Arborelia and Tapioca. I think Glitch Witch is going to be asking in chat. Tristan told Glitch Witch to stop beating the games, and she said, I refuse. And that's about the right kind of response that I like to hear there. Oh my gosh. So Glitch Witch takes first. Who is going to take second? Probably Kyon at this rate. Okay, final boss time. I just love that you can freeze the bosses. That's so good.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is very much an advertisement first and a well-balanced and executed game about 14th.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna see 2 first attempt completions here in about the same amount of time the long play took that I found.
I mean, part of me can understand why you would want to make it a little bit simpler. That way, you can, like, people who are playing through it can see all of the clever design that you put into your advertisement. Okay, Kyon manages to take a victory as well. That's a second clear. I don't think we're going to see Tapioca or Arborelia. Arborelia may have just gotten game over again. I think that's solidifying all of the places at this point. Let's watch what Tapioca can do and how far Tapioca can get, though. Oh no, Arborelia is actually moving on to the next stage. Sorry, I guess I got confused there.
No, I believe that was a game over. I only got a fragment of the cutscene, but I believe that cutscene was the game over cutscene.
Oh no. I'm enjoying this ramen music. It's so good.
Well, we may be listening to this for the next 11 minutes.
If Glitch Witch switches to another game and plays that music, that's completely fine as well.
Yeah, this is par for the course. Any match Glitch Witch is involved in, I just don't even really set an expectation anymore. I just assume that she's gonna beat whatever I pick.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, all of these players had taken second in their own matches, by the way, so to see Glitch Witch and Kyon both destroy these games, I suppose is not too surprising. They did pretty well in their last match.
Yeah, Kyon has jumped into chat, as has Glitch Witch, and Kyon is noting that he was late by 5 minutes, but I think it was closer to 3. 2 to 3 minutes, you know, the whole amount of time it takes water to boil.
Oh, yeah. Probably 2 to 3.
Shouldn't have taken the time to make that cup noodle, you know?
Ah, jeez, it's the noodles that ended up being the villain all along.
Aren't the real noodles inside of all of us? Well, in my case, they are, because I had Zara's soba for dinner last night.
Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Definitely hungry. I approve of food. Okay, it looks like we're gonna see a little roller games on Glitch Witch's screen as we chill.
You know, that's fine.
I like it. I told Glitch Witch, if you want, just pull up another game, give us some music. Alright, so just so everybody who is tuning in right now knows, Glitch Witch took first, Kyon took second. Right now, Arborellia is just trying to get back in this, but if I'm not mistaken, Tapioca is right near the end of stage 3. Or is this stage 4?
This is... Oh, I am having a brain fart. I believe this is, 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. And Arborellia is on stage 2.
Yes, the diner.
Yeah, and with Arborellia taking deaths right now, I don't see her moving out of 4th place at this point.
So we have 7 minutes left, and there's about a level and a half between 3rd and 4th. So it's not looking incredibly likely, no.
Yeah, I would agree.
No, to be perfectly honest, I don't mind if we get a couple of completions in every game I pick. I think the best matches are the ones where 4th place crosses the finish line at 58 minutes. But that's just my opinion.
I really enjoy seeing people finish games. It doesn't happen with every match, but every once in a while, you just see people do an amazing job, and I'm just watching Glitch Witch, and Glitch Witch has obviously played this game too much. Wow.
Yeah, well, she speedruns it.
Well, yeah, that's why. Well, Tapioca is fighting clowns. Please punch the clowns. Yeah, the thing is, as long as one of the players can get past where they had gotten to before, and make a little bit more progress, I usually like to keep the matches running. So we're going to keep Tapioca going, and Arborellia to see how far they are able to do, how much of a PB they're able to get on their individual playthroughs.
See, it's my headcanon, even though the game doesn't actually do this, that every time you punch one of the clowns, it just lets out a shrill squeak.
Or, you know, it should. Because clowns are dumb. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Tapioca doing a good job punching the clowns. Glitch Witch just providing some lovely tunes for us. Arborellia is taking on the Fork Monster. This is the monster at the end of stage 2. Tapioca currently on stage 4.
Unfortunately, that is the game over for Arborellia.
Oh, no!
Fork Monster a little bit too sharp.
You know what? For sure, Tapioca is taking 3rd and Arborellia taking 4th. There will be no changing of the orders at this point. Let's see how far Tapioca can get.
We may see the stage 4 boss out of Tapioca.
It's possible. Yeah, it's... Oh, haunted house time. I love the haunted house. There's that gross kind of witch being dipped into a well. I don't fully understand that, but that's cool.
I think that's a spirit coming out of the well. I believe it's a yokai.
I think they're just...
I couldn't tell you which one.
Could be a yokai. I feel like this witch is... I don't know... Getting cleaned up, you know. Gonna go to a dance later that night and just gotta keep dipping it. Maybe the yokai is getting all cleaned up. That would be good. You know, yokai deserve social lives. They put a lot into existing.
Laizu, you're fired. No, thank you. You're already leaving. Good.
this is certainly audio.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the one interesting part of roller games is audio. By interesting, I mean no.
Yeah, I remember this part being absolutely the worst.
It's fine. Just have a helicopter with infinite bombs. No big deal.
Yeah, there we go. Glitchwitch has finished the stage. Guess what? It doesn't matter because Glitchwitch already took first in this match. Tapioca is in third and will not be able to pass because Glitchwitch and both Keon have finished the game. Arborelia unfortunately got game overs and is not able to make any more progress at this point. Yeah, the places are locked, but whenever somebody has the chance of making more progress in their run, I definitely want to give them that chance to really establish that personal best. So Tapioca may be able to make it to the mirror match here. We've got 2 minutes left.
You know, I'm liking Kion's taste in stream overlay decoration here.
It's a good style, especially the cats. I dig those cats.
Except for maybe the red panda. Eh.
Oh geez, don't let Justin hear that. Wow, hot takes here. Hot takes by Tristan.
The hottest.
What happened to Carbuncle's face? I don't know. It looks like... I don't know. I don't know. Keon adding more cats. Tapioca, by the way, making some solid progress. I don't know if we're going to see the mirror match, though. Oh my gosh.
It's looking not very likely.
Unfortunately.
We're down to about 45 seconds.
But with the unicycle power-up, though, that could... I don't know. It might be enough. Unfortunately, Tapioca's having a really hard time hitting people with the unicycle. If you can call clowns people.
Did you ever watch Bozo the Clown?
Yes. And that was a mistake. He ruined my life. But he always had a brand new crisp $100 bill. Yeah, kids are dumb enough that they think this is actually going to be worth... Well, actually, back then, having $100 as a kid was pretty much like winning the lottery. Absolutely the best.
Yeah, no joke.
But I don't know if I'd want to face Bozo the Clown for the chance at $100. With that said, we are done. That is it. We are finished with this game. Congratulations, Glitchwitch. You took first, managing to destroy the game. And finishing definitely ahead of everybody else. Keon also finished the game, taking second. Tapioca made a good amount of progress there in third, and Arborelia in fourth. What a game. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, what are your thoughts about how they did?
They did really well. I had figured that once people got a grasp of how the game worked, that they'd be able to just grind on the extra lives and not really have a risk of game over. I did not expect that for two of our racers that would be right away.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing. Like, the fact that two of the players didn't run out of all of the... Oh my gosh, my brain's gone, Tristan. Didn't run out of continues. That was great.
Kusogr4nde day.
Yeah, Glitchwitch, hello!
Hello, how are you, Brossentia? How are you, Tristan?
Doing great! Yeah, congratulations on the victory here.
Thank you so much. That game was certainly a game where you punched and kicked a lot of things.
Do you feel like instant noodles now?
Sorta, kinda, but only if they burst out of my belt to entrap my enemies.
You know what? There are a lot of spring-loaded noodles out there. I'm sure we can figure it out.
Dip it.
Also, what was that, when you hold the button down and you seem to throw coffee at people? Was that just coffee?
Soy sauce.
I think it's supposed to be sauce of
soy
some kind.
sauce. You know, that makes sense. coffee just didn't seem to fit. I'm like, I guess you could drink coffee with ramen, but it doesn't quite work.
It's the happening thing over there in Japan. Coffee and ramen. It's just...
Just no broth. Just put your noodles right into your coffee and put it in the coffee pot and just drink it on your way to work.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
That is extremely cursed.
That sounds terrible. Oh, wait, there's that emote. Yes. Oh, gosh. So how did you all enjoy that? That was like, I felt like, oh, this is really stiff and it doesn't work. But that jump kick was too good. And then halfway through the game, changing our moves to do the same exact thing, but they look different, that seemed better.
I kind of enjoy that. It's always fun to have different visuals. I was watching this, and it's pretty akin to most beat-em-ups. You get the hang of things pretty quickly, and it's fairly the same thing over and over again, do the same attacks over and over again. The big thing that they did to make it enticing for me, though, was to vary up what the different stages looked like.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
And then just throw a whole bunch of like weird-looking enemies that all seem to move on a set pattern, so predicting where they were going to go was extraordinarily easy.
Oh yeah. Well, great job. What did you think of the story, by the way?
I understood every single word. It seemed we were going to be on the news to beat up an evil teapot king?
Close enough.
Essentially, yeah. I think he stole your girlfriend, and so you had to go beat him up and get her back for the wedding.
Oh! Oh, cool. Okay, today I've learned that noodles can love.
Noodles are very capable of love. Oh, if you've had really good ramen, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. That makes a ton of sense if I think about it for more than a second. But,
Well, cool. Also, yeah, I really enjoyed having a little of that roller games music in the background. Yeah, you're a pro at that. I need to beat roller games one of these days.
Yeah, I still need to try to find that VOD where they made you play it for a subscriber choice, because I think you'd really enjoy that game. I mean, everyone.
Oh, I loved it. It was so fun.
It's so good. It's just so mean. Once you get to level 3 and beyond, it gets really, really rude to you.
It's not the nicest game, but it's a blast. I just love it. So good. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to say before we kick you off and move on to the next game?
No, I'm just happy I was able to clinch a first place after the second place last time, and I'm looking forward to the next one. That was a fun game, and I'm happy to get another Tristan game.
Sweet. Yeah, Tristan, thank you so much for choosing the game. I feel like this was a blast to watch.
Yeah, that was fun to watch indeed. I figured it would last about exactly an hour, and it lasted exactly an hour.
Wow, who would have guessed that, with the timer up, it would have lasted... Okay, don't talk about me stopping the timer.
That's alright. I'll talk about you stopping the timer late like you stopped the timer late.
I didn't this time.
It's a harder game than the games we're playing in Kusogr4nde. Is Stop the Timer game. One of these games, it's just going to be stop the timer at exactly an hour, and that's going to be the match.
It's a very difficult game. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and bid you to farewell. Thank you. Thank you.